Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's meeting. This meeting takes place every Thursday by this time, and yeah, you're welcome. Well, let me share my screen. Hold on, please. All right. So if you're on this meeting, it's your first time or it's not, please write your name in the attendance. If you don't have access to it, that's fine. You probably haven't filled in the community member form. That's why you don't have access to this file, but that is fine. So you can fill that after the call or during the call. That's also fine. Yeah, so welcome once again. This meeting takes place every Thursday by this time, and it's not restricted to just newcomers. So even if you're not, this is not the first time in the community, you're welcome here. We talk about everything. We answer your questions, we give you the resources, and we also address issues that you're facing or challenges that you might be facing, take suggestions and tutorials, and yeah, we do a lot of things on here. So you're welcome. So to get started with, we would have to do a quick introduction. So it's going to go around. I'll start with myself, and then so all you have to do is tell us about yourself and how your day is going. Yeah, that's fine. So, hi, like I said earlier, my name is Anita Ihuman, and I'm a software developer, front end to be specific. And I've been contributing to this community for a while now. Recently got the Meshmate title, so I'm excited about that. My day is going great so far. It's going well, and I got an interview to like study for, but that's left aside. I've been reading my ass out. Okay, so that's just about my day. I'd pass it over to Kodaks. If you can hear me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm new to this community, just joined a few days ago. I'm here to contribute to the mystery works. I'm just getting started now, and I need some guidance to contribute. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah. Should I
All
say
right.
anything else?
Just pass it on to the next person and then go around with everyone. Just call anyone you feel should take over after you.
Parth?
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. I am Parth Savania. I am a second year student in engineering. So I am basically a stack developer for now, and I'm more interested in backend development. So I do Golang. I learned Golang a while ago. So and made a project with it. And I joined this community a few days ago, and like I wanted to contribute to it, but I surely need some guidance in it and about what Mesri is and yes about it.
Oh,
I should to Harshit Yadav.
Hello, everyone. I am Harshit. I'm also a second year student in an engineering, specifically speaking in information technology. I am a modern stack developer and deeply interested and engaged in backend development technology. So I am also learning Golang and just getting started in machinery development workspace. So yeah, I am new to the community as well as the what machinery deals with. So yeah, I looking forward to learn a lot. Thanks, guys.
all right, you're welcome. Just pass it on to the next person. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. I'm Jason. I'm from Canada, and I'm interested in more so using Meshry to help us manage our various deployments of Istio. And I just found Meshry a couple days ago and thought I would join this call and see what's happening.
Okay, it's good to have you here. You're welcome. Just pass it on to the next person.
Okay. My name is Anirban, and I've already noted my name here in the attendance sheet. So I am pretty new to this machinery development, and I just joined last week. I am not from the typical front end or JavaScript background. I'm purely from a C, kind of background. And I had a discussion with Lee, and I think my interest would be the web WASM filters. So web assembly filters, which is written in Rust, and how to get it converted to C++. So I think that is where I fit in. And I think most of the work is related to Docker, Kubernetes, and all this stuff, but that is where I specialize. So I code on C, C++, and I'm also learning Golang. And I know a couple of scripting languages like Perl, Python, and shell scripting. And I also want to learn Rust for this project so that I can convert it into C++. Thank you. So before I complete, so I am already an experienced professional, and I have more than 15 years experience in IT industry. Thank you.
Well, that's interesting. It's really good to have you here. Thank you for joining the meeting. Just pass it on to the next person, please. Okay. Has anyone on the call not done an introduction? Okay, that sounds like we've all gone around. Yeah, so you're all welcome to the Layer5 Newcomers call. Like I mentioned earlier, this call takes place every Thursday by this time. And what do we talk about during this meeting? We talk about we answer your questions, and we provide you with the resources that you need to like get started in the community. We also take suggestions and address issues or challenges that you might be facing within the community. And yeah, that's just about this. And we also take on tutorials on here. So there's so many things that happen in the newcomers call. Yeah, this call is not restricted to just newcomers. So even if you've been in the community for more than 1 week or you've attended before, you're always welcome to join us here because we need you to engage with the newcomers as well and get to know everyone. So you're always welcome here. And if you have not filled in the community member form, yeah, if you don't have access to this particular documentation, this meeting minutes, then that's because you've not filled in the community member form. So you can do that by following this link and filling in the form to give you access to all the community drives and also give us a chance to get to know you better. Yeah, so like I said, the call is not restricted to just newcomers. So even if you've been in the community for over a year, you're always welcome to join the newcomers call. And in this community, if you've heard or you must have seen somewhere the word meshmate mentioned severally, well, we usually have members of the community that are set aside to help mentor and guide newcomers or persons in the community that need their way around. So we have meshmates. They serve as your guardian angels, and you can call them that. Yeah, so they put you through on the resources that you need, which area you should focus your interest on, and also help you if you have challenges on issues or any of the documentations. So Layer5 websites, most of Layer5 projects runs, we have both front end and a back end project, and majority of our front end project run on JQ. Yes, so let me click on this. So this is the meshfree.io website. My network is pretty slow, so you can actually do that on your end for easy access. Yeah, so this is the Meshfree website. It runs on JQ. You can explore that at your own time. We also have the meshfree.io docs, so you can also check out to like set up on your own end. We have the Service Mesh Performance website. It also runs on JQ. You can always look through that at your own time. And we have the Get Nighthawk project, which is a budding project, and it's coming up pretty nice. So if you're looking for where to like get your hands dirty, the Get Nighthawk project is a good place to start. And then we have the Layer5.io website, which runs on JQ, on Gatsby, sorry, which runs on Gatsby. So you can either find out more about this website and on our GitHub repositories, and then look for the best ways you can start contributing. And like I mentioned earlier, if you haven't gotten yourself a meshmate and you want somebody to hold your hands through your journey in the community, yeah, you can always request for a meshmate. You can request for a meshmate by dropping, indicating interest in the Slack channel, general channel to be specific. You can just indicate interest in the general channel, or you can also check out the meshmates and then reach them personally via Slack, telling them you want them to mentor you or be your meshmate, and they would gladly take on that task. So if you don't have a meshmate and you want someone to help you through your journey in the community, you should reach out to a meshmate. And yeah, so during this call, like I mentioned earlier, we also have tutorials during the most of our calls. We always have tutorials, but for some reasons we've not had tutorials for a while. Yeah, so we record most of these tutorials, and they're based on how to like configure things on your end, how to set up, or a particular topic in the community that on the projects that needs to be elaborated on. So you can check out the Katakoda link here to find out more, but you can also check out this link because we record most of these videos and keep them for future purposes. So if you also looking for like easy explanations on topics, this link here also have a couple of videos that are recorded, tutorials that have been recorded in the community. So you can go through that on your own end, and you can also check out these journey paths. It mentions the meshmate, like I said earlier. So that is just about the tutorials. And this calls takes place every Thursday. I mentioned that earlier. So if you have an issue or you've been assigned a task in the community that you're having difficulties with, you can also bring it up during this call, and would discuss on it and find out the best ways you can fix your issues. And also, we have the project overview down here, which has a curated list of every of our repositories and projects, both the front end and the back end project. So you can check through the repositories and see where your area of specialization is and then where you best fit to contribute. So you can see that the layer5.io website, like I mentioned earlier, runs on Gatsby. It states here the languages and frameworks that these things are built on. So you can also explore the project overview at your own convenience. And also, if you haven't subscribed to our community calendar, you can do that using this link so you can get updated on every meeting that takes place or get informed whenever a meeting is scheduled for. Yes, so you can subscribe to our community calendar so you can get updated on that. This calls, every call in the community is recorded for reference sake, so you can always refer back to any of the calls. If you miss any meetings, you can always refer back to the YouTube channel and then look through the recordings there, so you don't have to feel bad for meeting or miss out on content that are discussed within the meeting. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. Yeah, so there is an open source questionnaire down here. So you can also specify, like I mentioned earlier, we take on recordings and we also like have recording tutorials during this community course. But for some reason, we've not had any recordings for a while because there are no persons that have volunteered to take on recordings. So if you feel you're good with communication and you know how to like translate information through video recordings and even articles, you're also welcome to like indicate interest by writing your name next to these questions, and would reach out to you in the community. And also if you feel there's an area that you best fit in and you need resources concerning that particular area, you can also drop your name down here, and we'll provide you with all the resources that you need concerning that particular area within the community. So that is just about the intro into Layer 5. If you come to the top of the community meeting here, you'll see the calendar link. So if you haven't subscribed to our calendar, you can also do that. If you haven't joined our Slack channel, here's a link. You can drop a message once you do that, so I can always holler at you. And our GitHub link, so you can explore our repositories. We have really cool projects on there, so you can check that out at your own time. The YouTube channel, we have both recordings of the meetings and also recorded tutorials and conference recordings. Basically everything virtual that is recorded in community can be found on our YouTube channel. So if you would want to find out more on what has been going on in the community, you can also explore our YouTube channel. And we have a community drive. I mentioned earlier that if you don't have access to any of the files or documents here, is because you've not filled in the community member form. So to have access to this drive in general, you have to fill in the community member form, and it will give you access to all the content within the drive. And to get started with, we have the community welcome guide. If I have not sent you this on the Slack channel, then you can also go through it at your own time to find out how to get started within the community. And also here's a welcome guide you can explore at your own end. I pointed to the community repository overview. So, and if you've not taken on an issue, or if you have but are still looking up to new issues, here is a link to the curated list of issues that are labeled help wanted. So you can always request an issue by commenting underneath it, and someone will quickly assign that issue to you. And if you're looking for beginner friendly issues, you can also look through the good first issues, and there are a couple of beginner friendly issues you can also get started with. And so you can find our social media handles on Twitter and on LinkedIn. So these are the links to the Twitter, the Layer5 Twitter handle, the Measure.io Twitter handle, and the SMP Spec Twitter handle. And by the right, you'll see our LinkedIn channel. So you can follow us, tag us, and yeah, just follow us on our social media platforms, and also tag us in your comments. We'd really appreciate that. And to take note of, I would like to draw your attention to this questionnaire. So over for a few meetings that have been occurring now, we've been having questions on like basic tutorials on what is Meshery, how to set up Meshery, and beginner friendly resources that could help you get started. And for some reasons we've not had tutorials on that, and we're working earnestly to make sure we provide you with these resources. So you can also fill in this questionnaire to help us know which topics or which areas that you want to have tutorials on. And you can also suggest tutorials that you feel would really be helpful to you as a newcomer in the community. So you can indicate that by filling in this questionnaire. And also we have created a list of some topics that we need tutorials on, and we are calling out for contributors. So these are a list of some topics that have been mentioned from the questionnaire. So we take them and put them down here for you to actually, if you're good with videos or writing articles, you can also just pick one here by writing your name and your email and indicating interest that you would want to take on this video recording, and we'll schedule a time and a date for you so you can record and have your video and tutorials uploaded on the YouTube channel. Yes, so this is like a call out. So if you know you're good with content creating, you're good with videos, you're good with communication, and you have a topic or you have seen a topic that you want to like share more information on to help our contributors, it will really be appreciated. You can do that by indicating your name and your email address on this Google Sheet. Yes, so we recently launched the Discourse Forum, the Layer 5 Discourse Forum, and it's still very, very new. And we're calling you to focus your attention to the Discourse Forum. Sorry. Okay, I think that's done. The invite to, hold on. That's the invite. But yeah, this is the Layer 5 Discourse Forum. So the essence of this Discourse Forum is because on Slack channel, we usually have the challenge of losing some contents that are dropped there or discussions that are brought up within the community, because Slack doesn't retain like so much of the memory and the discussions that go on. So to avoid losing reasonable discussions and topics, we created the Discourse channel to also get interactions from our users and also the contributors, so there'll be a more engaging environment. So the Discourse channel is the perfect place for that. If you have a question, you have a topic that you want to address, or a feature that you feel needs to be enhanced, you can also drop that by creating a topic. There are different categories. As you can see, we have the landscape category, we have the community, we have the service mesh performance category, Get Nighthawk, the Meshery, and mesh patterns, and different categories. So you can just do that by creating a new topic under any of the categories that you want us to discuss on, and people within the community would come and engage. People within the community and as well users would engage under that topic. Yes, so that is just about the Discourse Forum. And also, I'd like to draw your attention to the to some of our projects that are very, very new and you could focus more attention on. So recently we were working on the learnlayer5.ng website, and the essence is we want to create content that people could take courses on pertaining Meshery and service meshes. So yes, so we're working on the Learn Layer 5 website. Hold on, my system seems to be very slow today, which is disappointing. Yeah, so the Learn Layer 5 project is one of the new projects they were working on to accumulate courses to help you get started with Smeshry, and yeah, basically just like a normal course that you would take elsewhere on Coursera. Yeah, that's how the Learn Layer 5 project is, and you can find that on the. Hold on, please. I hope I'm still audible though. I forgot to ask this, and I've been doing a lot of talking. Can everyone still hear me?
Yes, we can. We
Yes,
can
you're
clearly.
audible.
Yeah.
All right. I hope I see this. My network is really slow, which is sad. It wasn't.
Sorry to interrupt you in the middle way. Till the page loads, I have a question. Like most of us, like not most of us, like I started my development from backend technologies, and I do want to contribute. Like I want to start contribution in the Meshery project in backend technologies too. So how should I start with this? Can you please guide in that domain too? Like in the backend, specifically speaking, if possible, the Golang development in Golang or in Node.js. And moreover, can you please put some light on the front end development side also, like React JS development?
Okay, so if I got your question right, you're asking how to get started with your contributions on the back end projects.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
Okay. Yes, so we have a couple of backend projects that run particularly on Golang, because that is like one of the major languages that are programming languages that are used in this community. So yeah, we have a couple of backend projects that you could get your hands dirty with, and there's I'm a front end person, so I really don't have much details on how the backend projects work, but I don't think there is a particular pattern to start to follow when contributing. The best way is to actually keep up or catch up on the projects that are going on is by exploring these repositories and seeing if there are like issues you can get started with. And I said that if you subscribe to the community meetings, if you subscribe to this calendar, you get updates on the meeting. So in between the week, we usually have meetings based on the front end project and meeting based on the back end project. So if you follow up on the back end project meeting, which is the Meshery development meeting on Wednesday, and I think a few other meetings within the week, you'd catch up on how to like pick get started with your contribution. I mean, you get more familiar with your way around the back end projects. I hope that answers a bit of your question.
Yeah. I have one more question too.
All right.
Like I have gone through the few repositories, few projects on the GitHub under the Meshery. Can you like I am unable to understand most of the things. Like, is there any kind of prerequisite like one should be familiar with networking and protocols topics also to get started in contribution? Is there any prerequisite like this?
I didn't get that question right. Can you repeat again?
No, I was saying yesterday I was going through the repository of the Meshery and their projects too. So I was unable to understand, though I have done few programming in Golang too, but I was not unable, I was not able to understand exactly how to get started in contributing. So my main question is there any kind of prerequisite, like one should be proficient in networking topics like protocols, handshake, or like these topics? Or is there any kind of prerequisite at all? If there is, could you please put light on that too?
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yeah, I got your question. I don't think I have the correct answer for that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Got it.
apologize.
Noted.
But
Got it.
I would just drop me a message on Slack or drop this question on the Slack channel, and um, members of the community that are on the back end would definitely give you a better response.
Okay, sure, for sure. I will do that.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, is there any more questions or suggestions or something you want to say to us?
Not as of now from my side.
Okay. Yeah, so I was mentioning earlier, I wanted to drag your attention to some of our projects. If you're on the front end, we have the Get Nighthawk project. It's still a budding project that still needs a lot of hands and attention. So if you're looking for a best place to like grow with a particular project, the Get Nighthawk and the Learn Layer 5, the Learn Layer 5 project is also a good way to get your hands dirty. And on the back end, we're still working on the a few more projects like the Mesh3, CTL. We're working on hold on please. Yeah, a couple more projects though. So just sticking to the meetings and following up on all of this will give you a better and a more detailed understanding on the direction that the project is going into. So I'd suggest subscribing to the calendar just to stay updated and follow up on the projects that are going on, both the front end and the back end project. So if you still have questions or you have suggestions, or you have something that you feel you want to discuss with us, you can do that.
Can you talk more about what is Mesh3 and how Mesh3 is helping users and organizations? Possible.
Okay, well, I'll give you like a very shallow my own understanding of Mesh3 though. So
Okay.
Mesh3 is a multi-service mesh management plane that handles adopting, takes care of the configuration, life cycle, and performance management of service meshes. So we run like, I think about 7, if not 5, then 7 service meshes. So they're like lots of service meshes under Mesh3 that are currently ongoing. And like I said, I'll give you like the very shallow explanation of what Mesh3 is. But then you can also drop this under the questionnaire as a topic that you feel you want to be discussed on, or you want to get a tutorial on, and would include that. I hope I answered fairly enough. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope that was I think that was the most shallow explanation of Mesh3, but yeah, I hope that gave you an idea of what we do here.
May I know when was Mesh3 began or started?
Sorry?
When was the Mesh3 open source development had begun? Or which year?
What Yeah.
You got my question?
I know I didn't get that.
I mean, when was this open source project started? The Mesri Layers5.
Okay. This particular project is um over 2 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over 2 years old, and we're still making a lot of progress. So far, we've done a lot of achievements and are working towards the best goals.
I had a question.
Yes.
A word is using very much, but I don't know it. What is service mesh? I service mesh. Uh, it's something service for. Uh, I don't know, but I searched in on Google. It says that it is a.
Okay. All right. Savage mesh is a way that is used to control the different parts of an application. The parts an application shares data with one another. That's from my understanding of what service meshes are. So they're like a tool or a software that is used to control how data within applications are shared and distributed.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right. Is there any more questions? If you probably have a question but then forgot to ask it or forget to ask it during this meeting, that's fine. You can always drop your questions on Slack, or like I mentioned, the Discuss channel is the best place to go to for your questions. So you can just sign up for the Discuss forum and create a topic on the questions that you feel you want to have everyone in the community dropping their ideas on. So in case you forget to ask your questions here, that's very fine. I get scared of asking questions in public sometimes too. So you can always drop your questions in the Slack channel or on the Discuss forum. And also, if you feel you need a mesh mate within to help you with your path through the community, you can always request for a mesh mate, like I said, by reaching out to the mesh mate directly or dropping indicating interest in the general channel on Slack that you need or would want to have a mesh mate, and someone will be assigned to you to be your guardian angel. Yes, so if there's anyone on the call that hasn't done an introduction, please, we really want to hear your voice. Oh, sorry, I've not been checking the Slack channel. I apologize. Okay. Yes, so the silence makes me believe there are no questions.
I have a question, Anita. Hello. Hello. Am I
Yeah, can you?
audible? Yes, yes.
Yes.
So yeah. So I just jumped in last week, and I was told by Lee to work on the WASM filters. So I just have a general question. What are the normal release cycles which you guys, because see, everyone is joining at a different time, and we is there any proper release cycle? And also I want to know about the build environment. So basically what kind of hardware you need, because I might need to do it on my personal laptop, not on my official laptop. So what is the architect, what is the environment I need to set up to compile the code and then push my changes? and what are the release cycles? So where do I get information on that?
Okay, if I got your question correctly, you want to take on an issue, but you want to know if there are like certain things you need to set up on your system before you can fix an issue.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Oh, all right. Well, it depends though, because throughout my period of fixing issues, I think I've been contributing for over a year now, but since I started fixing issues, I've not had the difficult. I have not had to install a particular thing or set up. I really am planning to. I should actually get mesh reset up on my system though, but I usually just fork a repository and clone it and make a change and make sure it's running locally, and then I push the code manually back to GitHub. Just
okay, you don't compile the code. You don't build the code locally. That's what I understand. Is that the case?
well, there's a procedure for like running the code locally. So if any of the repositories that you want to contribute to, you should always look out for the contributing.md file, because it has the steps you need to take to actually fix an issue in that particular repository. Yeah, so some of them require you to set up Gatsby, and then some of them require you to set up Ruby because of the Jekyll. So whatever the repository is that you're contributing to, you can always look through the contributing.md guide, and this will give you the steps on how to set up on your end and also run the website locally.
Okay, so this basically we can just compile the specific module we want to work on. I did not build the entire system. I just need to build a specific module which I need to work on. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's very much clear now. And do we have any release cycles as such when we want to push the code? Because, or is it like randomly we push the changes? Is there any 2-week release cycle or something, sprint? How do you go about it?
How the basic contribution guidelines go is, if you come across an issue in the, let me just explain it, because I feel this is a better way to actually explain it. If you come across an issue and you indicate interest and it's assigned to you, just like every other issues on GitHub, you have to like fork the repository and get a copy, make a clone by a clone locally, and then check through the contributing.md file. Always check through the contributing.md file, because a lot of persons make the mistakes of not going through this file, and you miss out on one of the most important steps, which is signing off your commit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you always have to sign off your commit in this community. This is because we want to give you rights and also want to protect your commit. Yeah, so you have to sign off your commits before your pull request can be merged. Yeah, so you always have to go through the contributing.md, and once you're done following through and seeing that the changes reflect locally, you can just make a push to GitHub.
Can you tell what is signing off a commit?
Oh, okay. You sign off a commit by simply running this command. And the essence of this is because, yeah, it stays down here. To contribute to this project, you must agree to the DCO check. Yeah, this is simply a statement that as you as a contributor, you have legal rights over your contribution, and also it protects the community from any form of complications that might arise from not signing off. Yeah, so you can sign off by just simply running this command here, and then your sign off message and the DCO check would tick green.
So is this something like a amend author? What we do it in Git reset? Basically, we change the author from the person for the, like I change the signature basically for Git. So there is something called.
Yeah, it's like it's like authoring your pull requests. I think that's what it does. Like
Yes,
you are the one that made this particular pull request, so it's you authoring that particular pull request. I think that's another explanation for it.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, very much. Very much technically answered. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right. Okay, I'm glad I could help. And yes, you can always come back to this meeting minutes if you need any of the resources, or you can always drop a message on Slack. You can send me a message directly. I'm okay with that. I'll provide you with any of the resources that you need to get started with. And is there any other questions before we wrap up?
No.
Okay. We're 50 minutes in, so we have 10 more minutes. I think we could spare everyone the time.
Okay, one last question from me.
And if there are no questions.
Yes, I have one last question.
Right.
Can I go ahead?
All right,
please?
all right.
Yeah. So I was.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was told to have some kind of understanding on web application filters and web assembly filters, in fact, and from some of the members, like I think I'm not sure what are the names, but I was told by Lee. So like if I want to get some kind of knowledge sharing sessions, so how do you do that officially as part of Meshery? Is it on Slack? I can just invite an individual and he can start sharing something, or how do you do that officially in this community?
Yeah, you can just, if you need more resources on any of the projects, you can just drop a message in the general channel on Slack, or you can also do that on the Discuss channel, because that's your questions are also welcome there. Or you can go to the particular project channel. There are like a couple of channels on Slack for Meshery, for the performance, and like different channels on Slack. So you can just drop any of the questions you have to ask there, or you can also reach out to somebody directly on Slack and they should answer your questions.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, if there are no questions, then we're going to have a wrap here. So thank you everyone for making our time to join. Is there any person that hasn't done an introduction? We still want to hear you. We still want to hear from you and how your day is going. So please, if you haven't done an introduction, just go ahead and do it now. All right. Okay. You can also always write your name in the attendance. Let us know that you were here and you participated in this meeting. So since there are no more questions, let's wrap up the meeting. Thank you everyone for making our time to attend this meeting. This meeting takes place every Thursday by this time. And you're always welcome, even if you're not a first timer, because I see a couple of persons that have been in the community for a while and they're on the chat. So you're always welcome to join us, even if you're not a first timer, because your response would also be helpful to the first timers in the community. So thank you so much for making our time to join us today. Have a lovely day, and just remember, tomorrow is the Layer 5 general meeting, the community meeting. So you're welcome to join, because And there we're going to make introductions and get to know everybody within the community. So it's a great place to actually do an introduction, a proper introduction. So yeah, thank you so much for attending this meeting. Have a lovely day. Bye everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Nisha.